Hare Krishna. Today I am going to narrate a pastime of Krishna from this book, which is the 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. Once there was a king named Satrajit who was a great devotee of the sun god. He got into a very good relationship with the sun god, and the sun god got pleased by him and he offered him a jewel called the Shamantaka jewel. When he wore this jewel around his neck and he went to the city of Dwarka, everybody thought of him as the sun god himself because of the effulgence of the jewel. In Dwarka, they all knew that demigods keep coming to visit Krishna as he is the supreme personality of Godhead. But King Satrajit had not come to visit Krishna. He had in fact come to install this jewel in one of a temple which was worshipped by Brahmana. And why will not someone worship this jewel? It used to give about 170 pounds of gold every single day. And when this jewel is installed in a particular city, there are no chances of famines or any inauspicious things, such like the pandemic. Lord Krishna wanted to teach everybody that the best of everything should be offered to the ruling chief of that nation or that country. He wanted that the jewel should go to the ruling chief of that nation. That was Ugrasena, who happened to be his grandfather. In spite of Krishna asking King Satrajit to give this jewel to the ruling chief, King Ugrasena, he did not do so. After this, the younger brother of King Satrajit, Prasena, went with the jewel on a horse into the forest to show off the jewel. Over there, a lion killed the horse and Prasena and took this jewel. And then Jambavan, who was a great devotee of Lord Ram, came there, killed the lion, and he took the jewel and gave it to his kid for play. When Prasena did not return from the forest, less intelligent people like King Satrajit spread rumors about Krishna that he had killed Prasena and taken the jewel. Krishna did not like to be defamed in such a way, and therefore he decided that he would go to find the jewel. He took along with him a few important men of Dwarka and went into the forest. He found there the body of Prasena, and he also found the dead lion. And he also saw the mark of Jambavan killing the lion. Jambavan was the strongest living entity at that time, and he killed the lion with a single fist. And by seeing that mark of the fist, Krishna came to know that Jambavan had the jewel. So he went in search of Jambavan. When they reached at the beginning of the cave where Jambavan lived, he told all the men of Dwarka who had come along with him to wait. He went inside that tunnel and came out on the other side to see that Jambavan's son was playing with the jewel. When the nurse handling Jambavan's son saw Krishna, she thought of him as a person who had come to take the jewel. So she loudly screamed, and then Jambavan suddenly appeared on the scene. Jambavan appeared on the scene with a mood of anger. Jambavan was actually a great devotee of the Lord. Because he was in the mood of anger, he could not recognize the Lord himself. And this brings to mind the verse of the Bhagavad Gita. Trividam narakashyedam dvaram nashanam atmanah kama krodhas tata lobhas tasmad etam trayam tyajet. Which means there are three gates leading to hell or self-destruction, which are lust, anger, and greed. And therefore, we should immediately abandon all of these three. So, not recognizing this was his master, Jambavan challenged Krishna for a fight. And there was a great fight between Krishna and Jambavan. Krishna and Jambavan started fighting with weapons, then with stones, then with huge trees. And then after everything, they were fighting with fists. And in this way, the fight went on for 28 days continuously, day and night. Although Jambavan was the strongest living entity at that time, after 28 days, all his strength had reduced to nil. His limbs had slackened after being hit by the fists of Shri Krishna. Jambavan was astonished. He was thinking to himself, who could this be who could defeat the superhuman abilities within me? And after some time, he realized that it was none other than his master, Lord Vishnu, or Ram, or Shri Krishna, the supreme personality of Godhead. In the beginning, Jambavan could not understand Krishna because his vision was obscured by material attachment. He was seeing the value of the jewel. He was seeing the pleasure of his son, and he could not see that Krishna was his own master. In fact, when he came there, he was angry and he thought Krishna had come to take the jewel from him. Jambavan then said, "Oh my dear Lord, I now know who you are. You are the source of everyone's strength, wealth, reputation, beauty, wisdom, and renunciation." Krishna then became satisfied with the prayers of Jambavan, and then he used his lotus hand all over the body of Jambavan, and all the fatigue from the fight of 28 days was relieved immediately. When Krishna then explained the situation in Dwarka to Jambavan, he immediately offered the jewel to Krishna as well as his daughter Jambavati, who was of a marriageable age. So this entire marriage and all the 28 days of fighting was completed inside the cave. But the citizens of Dwarka had gone back to Dwarka within 12 days. They were crying and mourning for the return of Krishna. When Krishna returned, they rejoiced and again celebrated the new wedding of Krishna. King Ugrasena, who was the grandfather of Krishna, then called for a meeting with all the ministers and kings and important people of Dwarka, including Krishna as well as King Satrajit. In the meeting, the entire story of Jambavan and the jewel was presented. King Satrajit was ashamed of his behavior. When the jewel was given back to King Satrajit, he accepted it and stood there quietly. After some time, when he really wanted to rectify his mistake sincerely, he offered the jewel to Sri Krishna as well as his daughter Satyabhama to him. Krishna agreed to marry his daughter but told him to keep the jewel in the temple so that all the citizens in the city of Dwarka will benefit from it. This was part 1 in the story of the Shyamantaka jewel. And to watch the second part, make sure to subscribe or follow me on whichever channel you're watching this video on. Hare Krishna.